Yeah, I did Princeton game. Got a whole page of notes. Oh, really?
Too many sports balls. Yeah, it's a good thing. This is the way I like it. What's up?
Coming to you live from Princeton, New Jersey, here at the Hunt School. The Raiders take on the Lawrenceville School Big Red in the Prep A Championship here in New Jersey. I'm Josh Sperber, and you're watching Play-by-Play Sports Network in its presentation of high school lacrosse. Hunt School coming in to this one at 8-2, 3-for-1 in the league, and they're facing off against the Lawrenceville School Big Red, coming in to this one at about 500 with 9 wins on the season, and they are 4-5 away from home. And these two teams, each with some Division I lacrosse commits, certainly set to face off in a big battle today. Starting for Lawrenceville, we'll have a couple of players that we're looking to focus on, one of them being Mason Bonney, the senior attackman committed to Georgetown to play lacrosse, who is second on the team with 25 goals and leads the team with 13 assists. Someone to keep your eye on tonight, along with Drew Friedman, the freshman, William Upchurch, the freshman phenom, leads the team with 29 goals and has also picked up some big ground balls for Lawrenceville this season. For the Hun School of Princeton, Trevor Dubner, the sophomore, with 12 goals and 16 assists on the season. And of course, Devin Cowan, the team captain, who leads the team with 22 on this season. Teams are at the face-off X, and we're ready to get started here in Princeton for some championship lacrosse. Face-off won by Lawrenceville in the red. That is Drew Friedman here, waiting in the attack circle. On the face-off, that's Jake Robinson, long stick midfielder and team captain, who gets the first face-off win of the day for the Big Red. Now moving around the restraining box, they got their touch and they are ready to move their slow-paced offense, calculating and getting around the box as well as you do in high school lacrosse. Now it's up top with William Rice as it moves back down to X with Cade Bluen. Now Rice up top, looking to dodge, splits to his left hand, passes inside, and a check strongly made by Grant Hansen, but the rebound goes and there's a score for Lawrenceville. So a lot of bodies in front of that net, but that ball got past the goalie.
Goal scored by number 2, Mason
And
Bonney.
it's Mason Bonney who ends up being the last man there, getting the ball past Gabriel Craven. So Bonney with goal number 26 on the season puts Lawrenceville up early 1-0. And that one, as a former goalie, is one that's very tough to see go by, especially in the early goings of this game. The defense looked like they had made a stop, but no one was able to grab the ball close to the crease, and Bonney able to stick it past Craven for his 26th of the season. So face-off won by Sam Uva, but the ground ball corralled and now kicked out of play by Lawrenceville. So the Hun School Raiders will control it on the clear for the first such chance of this game. Now James Hundley up top to Devin Tavani, senior captain, controlling it at Y on the midfield, steps into the box, thought about the shot, did not, and instead they will move it around the box as Trevor Dubner dodging from the left side. Now it's Devin Cowan, junior captain, as the ball continues to spread around for the Hun School. Split dodge, and going back is Jackson Barletta. Now he passes it behind as the attackman will do the work. There's Cowan. Now up top with Tavani. Barletta on the right side as the ball continues to move around. No shot clock in high school lacrosse. As a dodge behind the goal from Dubner, he rolls around and continues to hold the ball in the stick. So Lawrenceville pressing out in their zone and forcing Hun to continue and pass it. No looks on goal just yet. And great defense there from Tate Mott, stopping the dodge on the inside and forcing him to go back on the outside. Now down low, the shot and scores. Jackson Barletta has been trying to dodge all game long. He got his shot and he stuck one into the goal past the sophomore Will Desky. Barletta, goal number 10 on his junior campaign, And that ties this one up here in Princeton.
Trevor Dubner.
Actually, that's Dubner, it looked like, who was on there. Barletta was involved, but Trevor Dubner getting past Desky for goal number 13 on the season. One of the leaders of this team's attack. So, score even at 1-1. And we'll have the third face-off of the ball game. Face-off won by Sam Uva and controlled by Hun. They're moving quickly, shot wide. And that'll go out of bounds on the chase successfully was Trevor Dubner. So it's Dubner who will control the ball behind the net. And the Hun School will spread it around as they control the offense once again. Now it's Kevin Cowan passing it around. Making his first action of the ball game is the junior Matthew Kay. Checked in the midfield. Joined by Timothy Murray. Kay dodging on the right side, pulling it back and spreading it back around to the attackman. At X is Dubner. He's got it in his right hand. Strong defense from Mark Rakowski. Out of bounds on the shot. And it'll be Dubner, but Hun will have the ball as a timeout is called.
Timeout, Lawrenceville.
So it's 1-1 as Lawrenceville calls the first timeout of the game, and we'll take a look at the head coaches, the coaches' corner here on Play by Play Sports Network. For the Big Red, it was J. Allen Fitzpatrick who called the game's first timeout. He has been at Lawrenceville for a very long time. He played in the pro for the Philadelphia Wings and was a coach of the year a long time ago. He graduated from Lawrenceville in 1973. 12 straight prep titles from 2002 to 2013. And MV Whitlow, who is now in his 6th season as the head coach of Lawrenceville, will be on the side for the Raiders. So each of these two coaches knows how to get it done in the postseason and have been at their helms for a long time, but now it is tied early in this second quarter, or in this first quarter. So 1-1, goals from Mason Bonney and Trevor Dubner, both unassisted, as the Hun School Raiders will take the ball out from behind the cage. In the stick of Dubner, he gets the space above GLE, saved by Desky. He got his room. The defense could not turn him under the goal line extended, and Desky was right there stopping that one. Now Lawrenceville completes the clear successfully and have it in their offensive zone. Mohamed Diakite will hold the ball above Y as they move it inside. Shot wide from William Rice. Lawrenceville there on the chase. And a good job there by Jack Ruddy to turn under the Lawrenceville attack and end up with a caused turnover, and now Hun School will try and clear the ball. So great defense. The defenders able to keep Lawrenceville under goal line extended, not in space to get a clean shot, and it has resulted in a clear for the Raiders. Now it's Dubner. Bring the ball up on the right side of the restraining box as subs will exit for both teams. Timothy Murray, the freshman, controlling the ball, getting it inside the box as the wheel keeps spinning for the Hun School. Dubner again surveying the field and giving it back to Barletta. at the midfield. He's looking to dodge, puts it back in his right hand after a quick decision left. Now working it around again is Hun, this time with Hansen, the sophomore. Now it's Barletta again. He gets his space inside, but a great trail check made by Abe Lewin. Now Lawrenceville running. Arrett taking it down, and they'll spread the ball around the box. William Rice, the captain, passes it, and the shot no good from Jake Robertson. Lawrenceville there on the chase. And they retain possession. Now back at X. As Lawrenceville spreads the ball around, Kyle Murphy holding on to it up top. And the shot saved. It appeared that Craven got his stick on it. A loose ball push called. And now Hun will control the ball with the clear as the refs blow possession back on. Jacob Keller starting the clear, and Barletta ends up with it in the Hun School's offensive end. They have dominated possession so far in this one, but just one goal to show for it. Now it's Hansen, as the attackman will get it. That's Trevor Dubner. Now giving it to Cowan. Showing the patience is Hun, not trying for too much, spreading the ball around and looking for an open possession. And now it's Tavani who has it up top. He's looking to dodge, shakes him right, spins back left, pass it up to Christian Long. Now it's Hansen. And back to the attack we go as the ball is behind the cage with Trevor Dubner. Dubner swims into his left hand, the shot, and scores! Trevor Dubner getting the better of his defender, keeping him on his heels and getting that shot as soon as he gets above GLE. A difficult shot to make for the sophomore, and his second goal of this game has the Hun School Raiders up 2-1 against Lawrenceville. And for Desky in the Big Red, not much you can do about there. Dubner able to get the better of his defender and got just a step on his man, leaving an open lane to goal. And Will Desky, a sophomore from Atlanta, Georgia. So 2 goals on the day for Dubner, no assists yet in this contest. And another face-off. Sam Uva has won all 3. And it's Uva looking on the ground ball. He wanted a push and he'll get it. That's Jake Robertson who pushed Uva in the back, and now Hun will take the ball upfield and look to control for a third straight possession. Up top with Timothy Murray as he spreads it down to the attackman. Dubner behind the cage. Subs are on for the Hun School. That's Matthew Kay back in the game, playing as the more central midfielder. As Cowan dodges, gets around his defender, stopped by Desky. A great save, covering, the rebound goes out, and it is another goal for Hun. This time it's Timothy Murray. So Dubner was there on the assist as the shot went off of Desky's stick and behind the goal, right where Dubner was standing, and Dubner tossed it to his classmate Murray. So Dubner, 2 goals and 1 assist on the match. And Timothy Murray gets his first of the game, 4th of his freshman season, and Hun's lead is now 2, a 3-1 game. With that, we'll go back to the face-off X, where Sam Uva and the Raiders have dominated. Uva with a face-off percentage above 64 on the season. So he has been absolutely dominant in gaining possession for Hun School. There he clamps and scoops. And looks like there's a push. Closest defender was Dylan DeMarco. So Hun School spreading it around once again. Dubner coming about as high as you'll see him. And the Raider midfield controlling the ball now with Grant Hansen going down the right side. He gives it back to Devin Tavani. Now is Barletta. Barletta looking to dodge, gets to the right side. He's got a step, shot wide. And there on the chase is Hun with Trevor Dubner. So Raider will take the possession from the left side and start their attack once again. So Tavani splits into his left hand, rolls back to his right, thought about the shot, but great defense by Thomas Arrett prevents that. And that's a matchup Tavani wants. He wants to dodge on a shorty. He does again, splits to the left hand, double coming, and he rolls back out to the right side. Dubner wide open, but the pass deflected. And Dubner fighting for the ground ball. And that ball will go back to the Big Red, largely due to Thomas Arrett. Great job fighting off of two different Hun School players, Dubner and Tavani, and being able to win possession for his team without scooping up the ground ball. So a touch in, and now it's with William Upchurch and this Big Red attack. Using a lot of freshmen in their attack. Here's Coach Fitzpatrick and the Big Red. They have a strong young class, so a lot of potential for this future school. Right now, they are down by 2 goals. Upchurch dodging at X, looking to change that. Good rotation from Hun School to keep those open looks from getting towards the goal. And here's William Rice in his left hand. He wants the shot, but Barletta will not allow it. Rice pass inside, ball knocked away, and Barletta comes up with it. Hun is running. Barletta passing it in. That's Hansen. Shot no good. Desky may have gotten a piece of that one. And on the chase, Dubner is there for the Hun School.
Timeout, Raiders.
Hun School calls a timeout to stop that unsettled transition play. And we will take a short break here. 1:15 left in the first quarter. Hun School Raiders 3, Lawrenceville School Big Red 1. And we're back here from Princeton. Hun School with the ball on the left side of the field and a 3-1 lead with just over a minute left in this first quarter. They'll spread the ball around from the midfield. Coach Whitlow now wanting to get too unsettled on the offensive end, so he called a timeout after a transition goal went wide. Now it's up with Barletta, playing midfield primarily today for the Raiders. Grant Hansen trying to dodge, but there's Jake Robertson with a strong defense on his hands, but that one gets by him, and that one goes wide. And Dubner there on the chase. Deskey on point on his positioning, forcing a poor shot. And now it's Dubner. Takes the ball at goal line extended, looking to get up. But Mark Rakowski, the senior captain, not letting him get above, keeping him under goal line extended. Now it's Tavani. Dubner has it again at X. Rakowski guarding him one-on-one, keeping him under GLE. No clean looks. Great defense there from Rakowski. Shot is wide from Tavani, and once again Dubner is there. Just 1.7 seconds left in this first quarter. Pass fired, and almost there on the quick stick was Grant Hansen, and that'll do it for the first quarter.
At the end of the first quarter,
2 goals and an assist from Trevor Dubner have shown all 3 goals for the Hun School Raiders. They lead Lawrenceville 3-1. And we're back at the face-off X in the second quarter. Hun School of Princeton looking to improve to 9-2 on the year. They're on their way to doing that after a 3-1 lead after the first quarter, as the teams will switch sides and continue this Prep A championship action. Ground ball going to Jake Robertson. He can't handle it as that one goes flying past the Lawrenceville bench. And Hun School will retain possession after just their second lost face-off of the contest. Tavani taking it, trying to dodge into the middle, but met a couple of Lawrenceville defenders that prevented that from happening. Now it's back behind the cage with Dubner, who swings it to Hansen. Evan Cowan with it. Now on the right side. Cowan above GLE, rolling to his left hand. Now he rolls back to his right, looking for the shot. Gets around his defender, but that one goes off the post and will ricochet out of bounds. Dubner is there on the chase. And he'll quickly start the ball back up for Hunt School. He's got Wilcox on him. And shading is Tim Johnson. Now it's up. The shot faked and saved by Desky. May have caught a couple of defenders from Lawrenceville. And they will get on the clear into their offensive half with Tate Mott. Still need a touch as Robertson has it in the middle. And Mason Bonney coming up to get a touch for Lawrenceville. He has their only goal of the day. Now Arrett with it above the restraining box. He's got it on the right-hand side. Now here comes Lawrenceville. They're not as calculated in their passing. They let their offensive players have a little more free roam in the dodges before they spread the ball around. They pass more out of necessity than as more common lacrosse possession. Captain William Rice now has it. He gives it away down on the left side. Now it's with Bonney behind the cage. He picks the loose ball up and he'll spread it back around. Now Camerzell with his first action of the game. He's got the ball at Y and he dodges to his left hand. Good defense there from Barletta. And now back to X with Bonney. Bonney looking to make a move towards cage. Double coming and he has to go away from the net. And now Caleb Musius, actually William Upchurch has it. William Rice to Bonney. Bonney has a lane on his left side. The shot, no good, hits off the crossbar. And Bonney's there on the chase. Craven may have gotten a piece of it, but that definitely hit the pipe. Bonney has it. Can't get a free hand. Smothering defense from the Hun School. Mainly Jack Ruddy, the junior captain, as Hun tries to clear it, and they do succeed. Jackson Barletta gets in the straining box. Quick shot, saved. And the rebound back out to Christian Lawn. Now Hun School will slow it down. They saw the transition opportunity and did not score, so they will pass the ball around the box. Now it's behind cage with Trevor Dubner as some subs come on for the Hun School. Now it's Hansen to Barletta. Dubner has it at X. Guarding him is Nick Wilcox. Dubner gets above. No clean lane at the goal. Now Barletta has it on the right side. He'll dodge. Split into his left hand. Back into his right. Passes up top and saved by Desky. Hansen had a nice look at goal, but Desky able to get down on that bounce shot and keep that one out of the cage. Now on a turf field like this one, it's hard, sometimes too easy to judge the bounce, and a lot of goalies will play it off of the bounce instead of trying to nip it in the bud. But Desky doing a great job there of getting down and stopping that high bounce up on this turf field here in Princeton and getting a big save for the Big Red. And now Lawrenceville, patient on offense. Taking it down behind the cage on the left side. That's Rob Rolfe. Now it's up top with Arrett. Dishing it inside, spinning around. Nothing looking, and there's a flag on the play. Bonnie fakes the shot, left hand, no good, and that ball will go out of bounds. The flag on the play. So it's a slash. So it'll be a 1-minute penalty on the Hun School in the first man-up opportunity of this contest. Looks like the penalty was on Barletta. He was one of the guys that exited. And now Hun will get in the box in 1 formation to try and stop Lawrenceville from scoring a man-up goal.
Slashing, 1 minute.
Lawrenceville moving around, keeping everything above GLE as Eric thought about the shot, instead dishes it to Bonnie. Now it's down low and Bonnie gets it right back. Eric, the shot, wide, and there on the chase is Cade Bluen. Working quickly is Lawrenceville as the shot from Eric again goes wide, this time on the bounce. Craven chasing, but again falling behind Cade Bluen. Bluen has it at X, looking to pass above. He got Eric again. Eric, this a 3rd time shot. This one saved by Craven, rebound to Rice, and great defense on the check from Jacob Keller, preventing a 2nd goal. So the Hun School doing a great job of stopping that man-up possession, and a big save from Gabriel Craven. Seeing that Lawrenceville has been going low, and Eric, when you go sidearm like that, a lot of times it's going to go where Craven saw that it did. And he makes a save for the 3rd time this game. So now Hun in the clear as Murray loses the ball and Lawrenceville is going to take it upfield. That one gets by Bonnie, and Jacob Keller will control it for the Raiders. Keller taking it up himself. Mitty coming back as the defender maybe looking to get one of his own. But Keller loses it. There for the help, and a timeout is called by the Hun School. Just under 5 minutes of play here in the 2nd quarter. The lead remains 3-1 in favor of Hun.
A reminder for resident students, if you would like to stay and watch the game, you may check in for dinner at the concession stand. Resident students, you may check in for dinner at this time at the concession stand.
So still 3-1 in favor of the Hun School as they control the ball with just under 5 minutes left in this first half. 2 goals from Trevor Dubner, and he had an assist to Tim Murray. And Lawrenceville's only goal scored by Mason Bonney for the first goal of the game. 3 unanswered for Hun as Hansen gets a touch inside the restraining box. Ball's now behind the cage with Dubner. Dubner rolling to his left hand, dancing with Nick Wilcox at X. Shot saved by Desky. Rebound going right to Dubner. He's had great positioning behind the cage, ready to chase balls going out of bounds or able to get a short rebound like that one off the Desky save just then. Tavani making a move. He wants it in his right. Good defense from Tate Mott to force him to his left side. And now Tavani has it again. He'll give it to Jackson Barletta back in the game after a slashing penalty. Dubner taking it from behind the cage. He's got a pick on his right side. Draws the double and pulls it back, resetting the dodge. As he's got a short stick behind the cage, the matchup any attackman dreams of. That's Tate Mott with him, doing a great job defending as the double comes, and the quick pass and a great save from Desky. Will Desky sees a shot in tight and does not flinch, matches stickhead on stickhead, and makes a big save for Lawrenceville after a long Hun possession as the Big Red attempt to clear it. And they have a couple more seconds to get the ball in their restraining box. Now it's Rice giving it down the right side, and now it's back behind the net. Now Mason Bonney has it on the left. Air up top, giving it to Rice in his left hand. He wants the dodge on Hansen. Gives it behind the net. Ball knocked away by Jacob Keller. And in the ensuing scrum, we have another goal. This time it looks like Fred Camerzell. So a couple of deflections here and there, and Fred Camerzell ends up scooping it up and quickly firing it past Gabriel Craven for his first goal of the day. And for Camerzell, that's just his 4th on the year. Another unassisted goal for Lawrenceville, and it's a 1-goal game with 2.5 minutes left in the first. First half, that is. Uva dominating the face-off X. Will take his second face-off of the quarter. And win it very cleanly. Brings it back in his defensive end, giving it to Craven in goal to start the re-clear. Craven has already scored once this season, so certainly a threat to leave the defensive half. And that's a shot and a goal, and a quick response for the Hun school. Devin Cowan, the junior captain, getting it past Desky. And that is his 23rd goal of the year. So Lawrenceville, after getting their second goal, unable to get settled on defense, and Cowan puts it in the net to bring the lead back up to 2. We'll take another quick break here on Play by Play Sports Network. Hun School leads Lawrenceville 4-2.
R67 HWA. We need you to move your truck as well.
So 2 quick goals within the span of about 20 seconds, keeping the lead at 2 for Hun School. 2 unassisted goals, and it's a 4-2 ball game, just under 2 minutes left in this first half. Uva winning the initial face-off, but swooping in and grabbing the ground ball is Jake Schiller. Now, quick pass in close, fires, save! Gabriel Craven, great positioning, keeping that ball out of the net for his 4th save of the ball game. And a fight for the ground ball on the right side of the field. And Craven will come out, almost get decked, and the ball back out to Lawrenceville on the hit. That was Jake Robertson. So Lawrenceville controlling as Robertson comes off for William Rice, getting another short stick out there for the offense as the clock drops under a minute left. Bonnie dodging from behind the cage. Can't get turned under as that ball's deflected back into the hands of Cade Lewin. Now it's back up top, 42 seconds left in the first half. Arrett dodging to his right side, rolling back to his left. Arrett taking the defenders on, and a great save by Gabriel Craven. Another reaction stop, second of this possession. But once again, it's back with Lawrenceville as Bonnie controls it and sends it up top to William Rice. Rice going down the right side, Barletta defending. He gives it to Arrett. Arrett, the long distance shot wide. And looks like we have a flag down. It should be a hit on the helmet. It looked like that was Blake Hansen who got the helmet hit. And it's another man-up penalty that will extend into the second half. 10.5 seconds left on the clock. As looks like that's Jacob Keller in the penalty box on the check to the helmet. So that'll be 1 minute penalty, 50 seconds of which will be served in this half, as there's 10 to go in this second quarter. So Lawrenceville will hold on to the ball to end off the half and get 50 seconds of man-up play to start off the third quarter. But the Big Red still down 4-2 in this New Jersey Prep A state championship. Hun School leads 4-2.
Goals in the second quarter, one by Devin Cowan and one by number 17 for Lawrenceville, Hammerzell.
In baseball, bottom of the 6th, Raiders still lead 6-2 over Pennington.
Welcome back. An exciting game here in Princeton. Hun School leading Lawrenceville by a score of 4-2. Trevor Dubner, which is responsible for 3 of Hun's goals, 2 goals and an assist. Devin Cowan and Timothy Murray have the other 2 for the Hun School. For Lawrenceville, Mason Bonney and Fred Camerzell with a goal apiece, each coming in tough situations around the net. Hun throwing a lot of bodies toward the center of the goal on defense, but on both cases for Lawrenceville's goals, Bonney and Camerzell were able to take advantage of defense being unsure exactly where the ball was and getting a quick shot past the goaltender Gabriel Craven. Both keepers are playing exceptionally well. Will Desky has made some absolutely phenomenal saves that have kept the Big Red in this game, as the shots on goal are in staunch favor of the home team for the Hun School. But the Hun School are down a man. Jacob Keller is in the penalty box. He has 50 seconds left for a slashing penalty that was committed in the end of the second quarter. And now no face-off, as they have a man-up opportunity for the second time this game, does Lawrenceville. Now it's behind the net with Upchurch, freshman standout who has yet to really get involved on offense. He leads the team with 29 goals, ref stopping play. And we'll reset possession. I think we might have had a game clock malfunction. So we see the refs talking it over. So for Dubner, who was certainly the player of the game in the first half, 2 goals and an assist, bringing his total to 14 and 17 on the season. He is the leader on this Hun School team with 17 assists and is in the top 3 among all goal scorers. So him on offense, it's Dubner who has kept this Hun School in the lead for almost the entirety of the game. Mason Bonney got the first goal of the game back in the first quarter, and then 3 unanswered goals were scored by the Hun School until the final 2 of the first half were scored in very quick succession, each with around 2 minutes remaining in the second quarter. And the goals came about 25 seconds apart. So the game clock reset, 20 ticks down, 30 more on the penalty, as Lawrenceville still unable to record a shot on man up. And on the extra man opportunity, there's their first shot, and it's a great save from Craven. The rebound ending up in the sticks of the Hun School, as Upchurch had his first shot of the game. And Hun on the clear. Won't try for the short-handed goal. Instead, will spread the ball around as we are at even strength. Jacob Keller will check back in on defense. And no man-up goals have been scored just yet. It's Dubner behind the cage, slowly setting up the offense for the Raiders. He is guarded once again by Mark Rakowski after Nick Wilcox switched on him at the end of the second half. Now it looks like it's Tim Johnson who's coming over there, sophomore on sophomore. Dubner has it again behind the cage, looking to dodge. Johnson doing a good job of keeping him under goal line extended. Now it's Barletta dodging from Y, has it down the right-hand side, pass it in the middle, shot, scores! And Hun off the man-up possession. Once they killed it, they got another goal. Jake Wright, the junior midfielder, getting on the scoreboard for the 9th time this season. And Barletta getting assist number 6. He has been a big part of this offense, though that was the first time it showed up on the stat sheet. Barletta doing a great job controlling the ball, and he's very patient and waiting to get it out on his stick. But there, Wright was very quick in his cut and was able to get an open shot to equal the Hun School's largest lead of the ball game. So 5-2 as the face-off is won by Jake Robertson. And now Lawrenceville will bring it up. It's now in the stick of Will Deskey, as they're trying to clear off of the face-off. And Robertson open. Long pole staying in to ensure the clear, and now we'll flip it to Arrett in midfield. As the subs check off, Lawrenceville spreads it around to start its attack. Fred Camerzell, a goal scorer, back in for the Big Red.
Yeah.
And now it is behind the cage. Kay Bluen, who's been the main ex-attacker. Now ball's above as Bonnie's been rising. Camerzell thought about it, instead gives it back to Bonnie. Bonnie dodging, splits in his left hand. Rolling back to the right side. Great defense on him from Jack Ruddy. And that ball deflected and almost went in, and it looks like the refs are going to call that a goal. So that's Mason Bonnie getting his second goal of the game off the deflection.
Lawrenceville goal scored by number 2, Mason Bonnie, his second of the game.
So Bonnie's goal tally moves to 27 on the season, and that is a tough one for the Hun defense. It looks like it hit off of the stick of Jack Ruddy, who was there, and it still managed to trickle in past Craven for the third time. So second goal of the game for Bonnie, and it's a 5-3 lead for the Hun School. Uva back of the face-off X. This time it was against Jake Schiller. Uva wins it as Schiller has to run off on the violation. Now Rob Rolfe on defense. And it's behind the net with Dubner. Dubner getting above GLE, but great job on the trail from Rakowski. Now on the right side, it ends up in the stick of Deskey. Another save for the junior. Now it's back on Lawrenceville's side. William Upchurch bringing it around himself, taking Brett Renna with him. Back in is William Rice, the senior captain, playing on the offensive end for Lawrenceville. Rice has it back towards the middle of their straining box. Now it's going back to the attackman. And now Rice. Now Diakite. That one goes over on a good lift check from Jacob Keller. Doing exactly what you want a defender to do on the shot. Keller in on his hands, not letting him get much room, and lifting the ball up to alter the shot's trajectory, as it clearly did, sending that one high and wide. Now it's Rob Rolfe, junior out of Scarsdale, New York. Behind X, Rolfe has it on the left side, wants the shot, instead passes it out. Now Rice has it, shot looked like it hit off the post, and Rolfe is there on the chase. Bonnie behind the cage, Rolfe has it, looking for the tough shot on the side. Now it's Arrett. Now Rice, the shot and the goal. William Rice has been looking at those long shots all game long, and there he gets his first goal of the game with a help from Thomas Arrett for the captain. That is his 11th on the season. And Arrett gets his 4th assist of the season. And the Hun School now just ahead by 1, as Lawrenceville has scored 2 unanswered for the first time today. Hun had their 3 unanswered goals in the first quarter.
To the quarterfinals of the Mercer County by defeating Pennington.
And now we're back at the face-off X. Jake Schiller against Sam Uva. Uva has won all but 4 face-offs so far today. And Schiller has had more success as he just won his 3rd. Jake Robertson, the primary face-off midfielder for Lawrenceville. But Schiller has been able to fight off of Uva's clamp technique as Lawrenceville clears it into their offensive end. In the restraining box, it's Mason Bonney on the left side, as he'll slow it up to get some offensive midfielders on. William Rice back in as Bonney has an opening. Keeps it in his right hand, passes it low, shot saved by Craven. Gabriel Craven, just such quick reaction speed. He clearly is following the stick head and looking where the ball is going. Saw that one right into his stick from close range. And another save for the sophomore. 2 sophomore goalies have been a big part of each of their team's success, as Hun can't get it into their restraining box, and now Rob Rolfe takes it into Lawrenceville's restraining box with the possession. Rolfe has it at X, taking Matthew Kay with him. Instead of taking the midfield matchup, he will spread the ball around. Now Arrett to Rice on the left side. Short stick defender, that's Donald Nestelrode. Now back on the right side is Lawrenceville with Upchurch. Upchurch to Arrett, back to Rice. Nestelrode can't get there in time as Rice was able to shake the defender, but throws it wide. Easy chase for Rolfe. Rolfe speeding, bringing it up, GLE. See, that was Bonney. Now Rolfe has it on the right side. Can't shake the defender. That's Matthew Kay, keeping him to the outside. He wants it in his left hand. Kay won't let him have it. Rebound to Arrett on the loose ball. Quick swing to Rice to tie the game. Arrett to Rice on the connection for 2 straight times, and for the first time since it was 1-1 back in the first quarter, we have a tie ball game. 4 unanswered goals for Lawrenceville. 2 of them coming from the combination of William Rice and Thomas Arrett. Rice now is 2nd goal of the game, and he's getting the shot he likes. The midfielder likes to pick his spots close to the top of the box and get the shot from distance to go in on the low corner past Gabriel Craven. So we're all tied up here, 4.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. And this Prep A championship certainly heating up, as Uva wins the face-off easily, but a poor ground ball attempt from Barletta gets it into the stick of William Upchurch, who will take it into the restraining box to start the possession for Lawrenceville. He's got Renna behind with him. And back comes William Rice. He's scored the last 2 for Lawrenceville, as they'll spread the ball around with Under 4 minutes to go. Rice thought about it, pulls it back. Arrett wide open at wide, splits to his left hand, gets back to his right, nothing doing. And now Upchurch will give it away. Rice has it on the left side. Arrett looking to dodge again, but will pass it back and now has it with Rob Rolfidex. That's Bonnie. Bonnie getting above GLE and turned back underneath by Jack Ruddy. Arrett has it up top. Back to Rice. Looking for another long distance shot. He'll flip it to Arrett. Back in the middle, up top, skip pass will get away, but the rebound off the loose ball quickly picked up by Lawrenceville. Now it's Arrett as they will spread the ball around again. Another minute going by in the possession. Bonnie to Arrett. Unable to cleanly handle the pass, so he can't fire it immediately. This time he kicks it out to Upchurch, back to Rice. No look there. Upchurch and Rice playing a two-man game. Upchurch on the left side flips it back to Bonnie at X. Bonnie, defended by Jack Ruddy, turned back under. And now here comes Rice in his left hand. Shot stopped by Craven. It's a very difficult shot to save, off stick and low, but Craven rotating his body and getting in the right position to stop that one as we approach the 2-minute mark of this third quarter. Barletta has it up top as Hun will spin it around. Now it's low with Devin Cowan. We'll flip it up to Grant Hansen. Subs coming on for both teams as we go under 2. Now it's Hansen. Now behind with Dubner. He's got 2 goals and an assist so far. As he able to get by his defender, no shot inside. Barletta, quick pass, shots just by Dickey. Will Desky almost had that one, but Grant Hansen getting his first goal of the game and Jackson Barletta getting his second assist. So Hansen now second on the team with 22 goals in his sophomore campaign. Always a guy looking to shoot, and Hun School back in the lead. And that definitely hit off of Will Desky's leg. He certainly looked like he got down soon enough, but that shot too strong from Hansen, and that'll get by him. And that'll get by Desky for the 6th time. So we're back at the face-off X, a minute and a half to go in this third quarter, and it's a 1-goal game in favor of the Hun School. Uva at the face-off X against Jake Schiller. So an adjustment made by Alan Fitzpatrick. Lawrenceville grad himself. And Hun School with the ball, controlling on the fast break. And that shot pass intercepted. That's Tim Johnson, sophomore recruited out of Dallas, Texas. And a yard sale check from Jake Wright, knocking the stick out of the hands of Tate Mott. And as soon as they have the ball, they'll give it up to Hun with Lawrenceville. Pass dropped by Cowan, and the Big Red have it, now in the stick of Will Desky. .35 seconds and counting down in this third quarter, as Lawrenceville gets it into their offensive end. 20 seconds and counting down. Mason Bonney has it but loses it. Jack Ruddy causing the turnover there. The junior captain has been outstanding in his man-to-man defense. 3 seconds left. Doesn't look like Hun will get a shot off in this third quarter, and they will not. So the highest scoring quarter we've seen all day. It started off at 4-2 at halftime.
At the end of the third quarter, score.
And Hun School scores 3, Lawrenceville scores 2. And it'll be a one-goal game here in the fourth quarter of this Prep A championship here in the state of New Jersey. Hun School hosting Lawrenceville as the clock starts, and Sam Uva wins another face-off, but that pass goes over the head of Gabe Craven. So Uva has been so strong today in the face-off X and outside, but a careless pass going a little too high for his first turnover of the ball game. Little stat run around. Trevor Dubner leading the way for Hun with 2 goals and 1 assist. Jackson Barletta has 2 assists. Mason Bonney and William Rice with 2 goals apiece for Lawrenceville. And Thomas Arrett getting the assist on both of Rice's goals. And there is a goal for Thomas Arrett. 13th goal on the season for the junior midfielder. And we have a tie ball game once again. That one will go unassisted, as Arrett now still the lone Lawrenceville player with an assist. So 1 goal and 2 assists on the day for him, and he's just tied up this game early in the fourth quarter. Not even a minute has gone by so far in the final quarter of regulation. So Jake Schiller back at the face-off X, facing off against Sam Uva, as we have our 3rd tie of the ball game. Deadlocked at midfield. And the ref calls a violation and gives the ball to the Hun School. Grant Hansen controlling it. He'll give it to Barletta, who's got 2 assists today. And the shot stopped by Desky. Might have bounced over his head. But Desky was there. On the chase is Trevor Dubner, who's been manning the X-attack spot all game for Hun. Dubner controlling it. He's got 2 goals and an assist so far today. As Hun School spinning this one around. Barletta on the juke. Gives it back behind the cage to Dubner. Dubner running over his defender. Not able to get above. Great rotation there from Lawrenceville. That's Mark Rakowski, and that one goes in for Hun. It's Dubner with a hat trick. And the Hun School breaking the tie once again.
Raider goal scored by number 9, Devin Cowan, his second of the game.
Actually, that was Devin Cowan on the goal.
Assisted by number 2, Trevor.
But Dubner there on the assist. And he has certainly had the better of his defender so far, has the sophomore. Team leading 18 assists, and Cowan a team leading 24 goals on the season. Cowan's second of the day makes it 7-6 in favor of the Hun School. So Dubner being able to work his defenders from behind the cage, drawing the extra man, and that man came off of Devin Cowan, who is a dangerous threat in front of the cage. 7-6 in favor of Hun. Prep A state championship on the line. And the face-off won once again by Sam Uva, who's controlled the majority of the draws at the X. As going into the offensive side of the field is Jacob Keller, the senior captain. He has scored 2 goals on the game, was looking for his chance there, didn't get it, but Diakite has it, and he's bringing the ball upfield for Lawrenceville. He'll roll it back, and Alan Fitzpatrick calling the timeout for the Big Red, and we'll take a quick break here. Hun School hanging on to a 1-goal lead in the New Jersey Prep A Championship. 7-6 in the 4th quarter. So Lawrenceville controlling the ball after the timeout, looking to make up 1 goal, which is the only thing that separates these 2 teams here in the Prep A Championship. Behind the cage now with Bonnie. as they flip it around. Arrett wide open. Rice has the shot, wants it, hitting it off the crossbar. Inches away from tying that up was William Rice, looking for his hat trick, but instead it's Hun School running. Barletta open, dishing it down low. Shot stopped by Desky, and the rebound goes in for the goal. Will Desky made a great save in transition off of Christian Lawn's seemingly open look. But the rebound going to Grant Hansen for his second goal of the ball game, 23rd on the season. And the Hun School now with an 8-6 lead. So Lawrenceville looking a little slow in transition as the Hun School able to take advantage of that there. And William Rice was there on the offensive end, inches away from tying the game up. And it looks like the team may have gotten a little hung up on that. So under 9 minutes to go in this fourth quarter, and the Hun School's lead back up to 2. They haven't trailed since the first quarter, as Schiller is sent off on the face-off violation. And looks like Hun wasn't quick enough on the restart. They'll sub out a lot of their midfielders and get the ball back in their offensive zone. So Grant Hansen scored the last one for Hun, one of 3 Raiders with 2 goals, joining Cowan and Dubner, who also has 2 assists for 6 of the Hun School's 8. It's Hansen behind the cage as they spread the ball around. Barletta up top. Now getting it back is Hansen. Barletta in the middle off the skip. Shot into the stick of Will Desky. Not even challenged by the sophomore who was right there. And a stick side high shot like that is easy pickings for a talented goalkeeper such as Desky. He's made some great saves and some important saves for Lawrenceville so far today. So Arrett getting a touch in the restraining box for the Big Red. And they have possession now with under 8 to go. And that ball will get away from William Upchurch. And it's a turnover for the Big Red. And the Hun School have it, and they'll try to clear. Always looking towards the goalie as Craven immediately passing to his defenders. Strong pressure from the Big Red attack. That is William Upchurch, who was there on the ride, along with Connor Brody getting some action. No goals in New Jersey State games this year. And Hun able to complete the clear. Now the ball is at Y with Jackson Barletta. He's been helping to run the offense from the midfield. By the man who has it now, Trevor Dubner at X, has been the quarterback, the point guard, really the all-around leader for this Hun School offense. He is responsible for half of the goals scored by the Raiders today. Now it's Devin Cowan taking it behind X off the Dubner screen. Cowan trying to get above goal line extended, cannot. As they'll call a foul on Tim Johnson. And now it's behind the cage with Dubner. Rakowski on him. Wilcox there on the switch, and coming in on the double is Tim Johnson. Now ball's back up with the midfield. Left-handed dodge on the short stick. Shot saved by Desky. reading the bounce perfectly is Desky, and a great job also controlling the ball on that rebound because he played it off of the bounce instead of trapping the ball on the ground first. Sometimes that's not an option. That is the case there as Desky guessed high and ended up getting in his stick as he did a great job stepping towards the ball and pushing his stick up to control it. So the Big Red unable to get it in their box in time, and it's a turnover as the Hunt School will try and clear it with Gabe Craven. Now Barletta taking it down midfield. Hansen has it on the right side. A deliberately slow attack from the Hunt School as they have a 2-goal lead with 5 minutes to go. Substitutes are on and we'll get moving. Dubner behind the cage, guarded by Rakowski. And it's Barletta in the midfield. Rice on defense. And a shot. Desky may have gotten a piece of that one either way. On the chase, it goes back to the Hun School. Tim Murray there giving chase for the Raiders. Now Dubner has it. Rakowski on his hands. And now Barletta gets by his defender in tight. Desky with a great save. He saw Barletta going low, and he dove downwards to stop that one. Desky's got more than 10 saves so far today, but Big Red get the ball back after a couple of quick turnovers. Substitutions coming on. And Lawrenceville has cleared the ball into their own half. Rice has it in the center. Inside, shot by Upchurch off the post, and Craven may have been there to get another save. Certainly had his positioning. And that one going off the stick of Upchurch for the possession going to the Hun School. Craven coming up to near midfield to clear that one. And now it's behind the cage with Dubner as a timeout is called from the Hun School. 3.5 minutes to go. Hun School maintaining a 2-goal lead, up 8-6 in the fourth quarter of the Prep A Championship. Hun School taking the ball out on the left side. Up 2 with just about 3.5 minutes to go. Dubner quickly taking it and scoring. Actually, that's Devin Cowan. And Cowan getting a hat trick for goal number 25 on the junior season, catching Lawrenceville off guard, immediately taking the inbounds play into the net for a third goal of the game. And it's 3 goals. That is the lead for Hun School. So Cowan, 4 seconds after the play resumed, getting his hat trick, and a big goal for the Raiders late in this one. Uva and Schiller at the face-off X. And Uva wins that one easily. That was Errett coming in and checking his stick, trying to get the ground ball. And that'll be a push in the back on Uva. So Sam Uva got Jake Robertson. Push in the back without possession, and that is an easy call for the referee. And a quick shot going wide from Upchurch. In on the chase is Mason Bonney. 3 minutes to go, a 3-goal lead for the Hun School. Lawrenceville desperately trying to get back within range of this one. Still moving the ball around. Not able to penetrate the Hun zone. Rice likes to shoot from distance. Instead, he flips back out. Shot fired and missed wide by Connor Brody. Rob Rolfe behind to chase. And back comes Lawrenceville. 2.5 to go in this one. Rice to Errett. Shot saved. And the rebound going to Ruddy. Easy save for Gabe Craven, stick side high. That's bread and butter for goalies, as that one is cleared into the offensive zone, and Grant Hansen is in the restraining box. So we might see Desky come out and defend, as you see him inching out of the goal, but won't need to. Ball going to Lawrenceville with under 2 minutes to play. Expect much quicker offense with Rob Rolfe now running it, passing inside. Errett, it's got to be going in, and a great save from Craven. Gabriel Craven stretching out, getting his stick in front of that one and his leg behind there. Great positioning on the save from the sophomore. And that one unable to get by Craven once again, as 2 big saves in a possession from Lawrenceville. Their Hun lead still remains 3, and a shot goes wide. That's Jackson Barletta, who had an open look, but back in on the chase is Trevor Dubner. 1 minute and 20 seconds. Hun still leads this one 9-6. As Dubner's being doubled behind the cage. Desky's out playing defense above goal line extended. And that'll be a hold. Looks like it'll be called on Jake Schiller. And Hun will retain possession. Dubner's tripped up, but the ball does not leave his stick. And it'll be a timeout from the Hun School, as they're unable, as Lawrenceville unable to do anything. It looks like Coach Whitlow will try and talk things over with his team. So a hat trick for Devin Cowan. 2 goals from Grant Hansen. 2 goals and 2 assists from Trevor Dubner lead the way for the Hun School, as they lead the way 9-6 with under a minute here in this fourth quarter. They have controlled the game for most of the way. 3 ties and 1 real lead change, as the first goal of the game was scored by Mason Bonney early in the first quarter. Hun scored 3 straight, and Lawrenceville brought it to 4-2 at halftime and tied the game up at 5 in the third quarter. But the fourth quarter here is where Hun School really broke out and started to break away, and their defense has done every bit as great of a job as their offense in trying to secure this Prep A championship for the Hun School. Numerous Division I commits in a program with a rich history of lacrosse tradition here in Princeton, New Jersey. And they are 56 seconds away from another Prep A championship after a great 8-2 season. They last won back in 2015. So Hun School in front of a loud home crowd, retaining possession. Deskey outplaying some defense in a last-ditch attempt to secure some extra possessions and get another goal for Lawrenceville. I'm not sure what the call was there, but there's no stall warning, so it looks like Hansen able to stay in the box. And they're resetting the clock, and now Hansen controlling the ball on the side. So Hun School under 50. And now Hansen still controlling it, getting away from the defender. He's not going for goal, just looking to hold on to the ball for another now 30 seconds. They're on defense as he gives it to Cowan. Cowan getting around his defender, trying to get in a goal to ice it. Great job getting turned back under. And 12 seconds, the ball's out of the box, and Hun School is starting to celebrate. 5 seconds, and they'll hold it at midfield, and that will do it. Get the goalie, break out the Gatorade bath for the head coach, as the Hun School takes this victory by a score of 9-6 and wins the Prep A championship here in New Jersey. A 3-goal lead. Fantastic play down the stretch from Gabe Craven, turning away some difficult shots that could have changed the outcome of this game. A hat trick from Devin Cowan, 2 goals and 2 assists from Trevor Dubner, and a well-deserved victory for the Hun School. So Lawrenceville's season ends at around 500, still needs to honor the play of Will Deskey, who certainly added to his triple-digit save count on this season. He has now brought that total well above 120, as Lawrenceville played a fantastic game in defeat. William Rice scored 2, Mason Bonney scored 2, and Thomas Errett scored 2 goals and added 1 assist, or other way around, 1 goal and added 2 assists. But was not enough for a very balanced attack from Hun and great defense from the midfielders to their back 3. and a well-deserved championship win for the Hun School. And that'll do it for us here at the Play-by-Play Sports Network. Thank you all for watching this exciting ball game. I'm Josh Sperber, and we've got some more high school action coming up for you in the coming weeks as these seasons draw to a close. Keep on tuning in. It's the Play-by-Play Sports Net, and have a great day.
You're on culture.
Wait, was this equivalent?
Already. Kevin, my man, excellent job. Someone who's always been doing this long as they can. Anything I can just break down now, or? I sent them up here to find you to say hi to Fred.